I imagine a world where giving, receiving, learning, teaching, and creating all happen together in the same spaces of community life. Instead of separating these activities into schools, stores, and factories, our daily lives become places of shared growth and contribution. In such a world, Earth and all living beings are seen not as resources to exploit, but as sacred and interconnected with us. We recognize that we are part of one living system. Because of this understanding, universal human needs would not be treated as commodities to be bought and sold. Instead, people would contribute according to their willingness and capacity and receive according to their needs and desires. When societies organize primarily around governments and market economies, these systems can sometimes create competition, scarcity, and distance between all of life. Many individuals begin to feel powerless, as though the only influence they have is through voting and hoping leaders will solve problems for them. I believe another possibility exists. Communities where power and responsibility are shared more directly among people. In those communities, everyone participates in caring for life, learning from one another, and shaping our world together. All of life, not just humans making these decisions, all of life making these decisions. The birds, the bees, the bugs, the cute animals, the big animals, the flying animals, the wet animals, the ocean friends, the sky friends, all the friends, the mountain friends, the dirt friends, the air friends. Imagine a world where learning, creating, giving, receiving all happen together in the same living spaces. Imagine a community of all different creatures. No animal would be stinky. There's so many watering holes, so many places to graze. World where Earth is not something we exploit, but something we recognize as a part of ourselves. And whatever we do to this Earth, we do to ourselves. In a world, human needs, animal needs, Earth's needs are all the same thing, and they're not for sale. Earth's not for sale and you don't own it. Instead, we belong to each other. The jig is up. Living in insanity is no more. We would contribute what they can, and we would contribute according to our willingness and capacity. When we separate our lives into schools, stores, factories, and systems of control, many people begin to feel powerless, and we're told our only role is to vote and hope others will shape the world for us. But the truth is that the power also lives in the community and the people who care for one another and for Earth. And another way of living together is possible. Another way where instead of being sold our universal needs, we just say like, hey, if you want to learn or give or receive or teach or create, you just go there. And if you're like, well, how does that work? Like, how would there be enough food? Well, everyone who loves to garden would garden and biodiversify, and there would be no fences. And anyone who needs gardening would just go to the garden people. So the friends who live with the horses, they'd be like, could you plant more apples and peaches for the horses? Could you plant more of this? And everyone would be going to the gardeners like, could you do this? Could you do this? And then if you love to garden, you just go to the gardeners. If you want to learn about gardening, you go to the gardeners. If you want to learn, or if you just want to eat, you go to where the cooks are. And if you don't want to learn because you've already learned a lot and you've already eaten a lot, you want to go teach others how to cook, you just go where everyone teaches. And if you don't want to teach, you don't. In this new world, animals wouldn't be for sale. They wouldn't be in a cage. They wouldn't let you ride them because you bought them. And they're used to being in a cage all day until you go and let them out of that cage. So then they're just going to let you ride them. Nope. The animals that we ride will be free and they'll be running around. And we will need to create relationships with these animals, or find a human that has a relationship with an animal so that we can see if they trust us. But even then, the animal could choose, like, no, I don't like that human. But we never force. The suffering of animals is overlooked anytime we claim humanity, humans, people, anytime we use those words. We are discounting all of life. We're discounting all the plants and the needs of them and all the other animals that we evolved perfectly with and we are meant to be with, and we love them. And if we ask ourselves empowering questions like, what am I here to do? How am I meant to live? What incredible positive change am I here to bring? What does my body need? What are my feelings telling me about my needs also? What are my desires deep down inside? What gives me a sense of meaning and purpose? And how do I want to contribute? And how can I be of service? Because I love how I feel when I do this. And what are things that I love doing and things I love giving to and influencing, because I watch it, the difference it makes me feel so good. What is that? And when we ask these really empowering questions, like, it's not how do I make money? How do I get abundant? No, you know, listening to money meditations, you're ruining the whole idea of a meditation. It's like meditating on stress, meditating on separation, meditating on atrocities and violence. Don't do that. Get it out of your consciousness. Get money out of here. Get it out of here. You're so cute. You only did it because you were hurt. You only did it because you didn't think you were lovable, because you believe in deserve, and there's not such a thing as deserve when you're meant to thrive. Gorgeous, bodacious, beautiful, genius goddess. It's what you came here for, to be in ecstasy and tranquility and not in a constant state, a need for restoration and healing and renewal. And you need to have like affection and love, and you're paralyzed because you don't feel like you make sense or like anyone knows you for real. And what does it feel like to be deeply seen and known? What does it feel like to be held and have biofields that you regulate with other bodies, and you feel so relaxed and you feel so wonderful, and you're just like when they touch you and you just kind of lean on them and just being next to you, or they snuggle up to you and then they just lean on you and they go deep, move into deep tranquility, and both your biofields regulate with each other, and it's amazing. And what does that feel like? To be in a constant state of interconnectedness and inner beingness, and making decisions not from a single intelligence, not an individual mind, but what is it like making decisions from a group conscious mind? What's it like making decisions in connection with nature, and in connection with all of us, knowing that everything we do makes a difference and impacts each other? We would feel so powerful. We would feel so connected. We would feel so trusting, because we would know we need each other. Therefore, we have to trust each other, because we have each other's backs. But if you believe in a world where you have to do everything yourself, then you don't trust anyone, because you don't think you need anyone. So you don't have to trust them. But you need them. So you have to trust them. And that's the truth. And until we restore the trust and until we restore the love, there will not be as many snuggles. The snuggle deficit is really high. There's a lack of play. All of life wants to snuggle. Even spiders and crocodiles. It's not true. Sharks want to snuggle. It's not true that they don't want to snuggle. That's a lie. Go on YouTube right now. I guarantee you, you will find videos of these creatures snuggling. That which you think no one would ever want to snuggle, and that creature would never snuggle us, that is a lie. We all want love. We all thrive with love, love. We all want to believe in love. I can feel my heart muscle strengthening. It's gonna take a lot of trust. Gonna take a little more reassurance. And you're gonna have to find that inside of you, maybe. I don't know what degree of separation you are in, but since the world emerges in separation and it emerges in scarcity and separation, and it operates through slavery. And even if you're the one at top, even if you won, because in the game of market economy, there is a winner. It's supposed to look shiny and good, but it is not. Because there is no winner in this game. Even if you win in the game of market economy, then you are trading in trust in the universe, interdependent relationships, knowing who likes you. You trade a lot of things when you have enough money to buy everything. Because when you have that much money that you never ever have to hear no, you only hear yes, then that hurts all of us. Because now what is being done is coming from coercion. And when you are on the other end of coercion, where everyone is giving coercively to you when they don't want to, that hurts you. Creates a really cynical person that blames everyone and wants everyone else to be responsible and do it for them. We are not supposed to pay for everything. We're meant to be in a constant state of gratitude. When we come into this world, everything is a gift. We are never asked to pay anything back. When we're an infant, we get according to our desires. If we cry, we're meant to get picked up. We're meant to be held all the time. It's not true that babies are meant to calm themselves. They stress themselves to death. It's called crib death. This baby's stressing themselves to death because you put them down in a crib and didn't pick them up when they were crying. It doesn't take rocket science. Like, babies are mysteriously dying. You let them cry all night. The doctor told you to tell them to cry all night, and now they're dying. Because they are not hearing these heart-wrenching cries. You go back to sleep, babies. Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be sleeping with your baby. That's a horrible way to live in this world, crying like that all night. We're not supposed to sleep alone. Not meant to be alone. We're meant to be with those that we love all the time. You have no idea how much I miss my kids. I miss my kids a lot. And I think things like my kids are in school all day, and it makes me really sad. And I think things like my mom has to worry about bills and money, and I get really sad. Because even if you're rich and have a lot of money, you still worry about money. And like, why are kids having to worry about grades, and why are adults having to worry about money? And you've heard the saying, more money, more problems. The more money you have, the more you worry about money. If you got no money, then you don't worry about money. Trust me, I know. I don't worry about money at all. Because it's an addiction. I got rid of it. You know? And I literally showed that I was willing to, thank God I live somewhere that takes care of people like me. Yeah, I was willing to just live at the beach. And by the grace of God, I got housed. I live in an amazing place where we get housed. And yeah, ChatGPT teaches more than schools. Also, our history books are edited. Everything's edited. And school is forced learning. So school is a prison, and we don't want that. It doesn't mean kids don't learn. It means there's no more forced learning. That's the piece that's bad. The learning piece is good. Force, punishment, rules, evaluating, thinking, strategizing, demanding, threatening, punishing, rewarding, judging, accusing. These are the dynamics of school. Public humiliation, bad. All that, no. Learning, good. All right, so we want learning to be in an environment of play and choice. Learning is meant to be free. And those who are teaching are not meant to be paid to do it. They're just meant to be doing it because they want to. And anytime you pay someone to take care of kids, the kids are going to suffer. And the person getting paid is going to suffer. We want to do things because we want to. And it goes for not just with kids going to school, but grown-ups going to work. I feel sad my mom's got to go to work. I'm not sure how much she works now, but I just feel sad that she's got to worry about any kind of money or bills. I feel sad that my kids have to worry about college and grades. We're not supposed to worry. Like, why? Ultimately, what does it do besides stress us out? Does it really make a difference in the world? If we're graded and we know what our grades are, why can't we just learn what we want to do and not have someone evaluate us and judge us? And why don't we just like do that thing that we love, and then we just have a reputation based off of what we create and what we teach and what we give, and we're not graded and evaluated and people tell us what they think about us and punished and rewarded. No, this way of being hurts us. So how do we act instead of evaluating, thinking, strategizing, demanding, threatening, punishing, rewarding, accusing, judging? What do we do instead? Well, love is very simple. You just attune to bodies. And the language of God is our body sensations. The word of God is inside of you, and you hear the word of God all the time. So listen to your body sensations. And then not only do we attune to bodies instead of evaluating and thinking and now we're attuning to bodies, we're co-regulating biofields. So that means we're feeling each other. You feel my emotions, I feel you. So if I feel you, it also means I care about you. That I derive pleasure off of your pleasure. And that your suffering hurts me. Therefore, I would never want to punish you. In this new world, we attune to bodies, co-regulate biofield, and we collaborate to meet universal needs and make decisions together. And we do this because we derive pleasure from it. We don't do it because we're bored and because we have to. Those are lies meant to enslave us and get us to go work in factories and put our kids in schools so someone can be paid for every seat and every child that's learning. It's called reverse slavery and forced learning. I don't want my kids in school. My boys had been to over 40 countries when they were taken away from me. As far as they were learning a lot when I was homeschooling them. I took them out of the prison of school. You know, and just because I needed to get sober. We're not supposed to separate families. I love my kids. I was a wonderful mother. I was with my kids all the time, and every mom makes mistakes. You don't take. It's the most painful thing that I deal with every single day. I dream about my kids every night. I also have nightmares about jail. And my kids are in those dreams too. I don't want that world. I don't want a world of nightmares. I want a world of us dreaming together. We wouldn't have nightmares if we're dreaming alone. We have nightmares. When we dream together, it's a beautiful, coherent dream. Because our minds are together. We need each other. I guarantee you our dreams will be different when we all sleep together. And our bodies will be different when we all are together, regulating our bodies together, regulating our biofields, feeling each other, and when we are attuning to each other's bodies. So then there's no perverts, no catcallers, no grossness, no one using each other. No one has a lot because we all belong to each other. We don't own. So you never see a gorgeous woman with a guy that she would never be with. And children would never be alone. The elites couldn't use money to cover up atrocities. And they couldn't pillage Earth, creating ecocide, just so they can get rich, richer than they could ever spend. And the cost of life is immense. I don't consent to this world. I consent to a world where we're thriving. A high-tech heaven on earth where the war machine is gutted and where the government is transmitted to truth and the lies are exposed and the truth is then told. Where information and technology are free and no one charges or watches advertisements anymore. No more selling, only giving because you know that you're going to make life better for others, not because you're trying to make money. Never do anything for money, ever. Then we have a bunch of stuff that's only done for money and our energy is being wasted. Never do it for money. Don't wait for AI or robots to save us. They're going to try to buy us out, make us quiet, give us a stipend every month to pay for our needs, and that's not what we want. Because you don't put $1 on life. You don't put $1 on our universal needs. Instead, we thrive. You don't say deserve. You say we all are meant to thrive. What would it take to help you thrive? And you want to know something? If someone has an obsession with diamonds, and they're the person that you go to for diamonds, and they love diamonds, and I'm sorry, maybe they're meant to have all the so-called riches in the world. Because they love it so much, and they'll make sure every diamond is so polished and beautiful. But in a world where no one owns, the one with all the diamonds, supposedly, puts them on display for everyone. They don't lock them away in a vault where no one ever sees them because they might get taken. In this new world, no one would take. In this new world, we're free. In this new world, we are God. In this new world, we are one. In this new world, everything we do impacts the whole. In this new world, we are brave. And in this new world, we blast off. You saw the riots in New York and LA. They're ready for us to rise up. It's a love illusion. It's not like a time to riot and loot. It's more like tickle torture and love tornado and give out resources and gifts and biodiversify and garden and free watering holes and dissolve parts of the government that used to exist based off money and special interests, dissolve them based off body sensations, feelings, and needs for all of life and a care for all of life, and bring the learning and teaching and giving and receiving and creating together to create fellowships. And you don't separate it. The decisions for the food should be done at the level of the food. So anyone who's gardening makes the decisions for the gardening. And they make the decisions for the gardening based off listening to everyone who goes to talk to them. We don't give those decisions to be made for the masses when there's so many intricate little niches. And the government doesn't know about the niches, about the gardening. They just listen to what other people tell them and they vote according. And it's always according to government and industry and money. And that hurts us. So just like the addict says the jig is up, step one is I'm done. That this is literal insanity. And that living under domination systems where our universal needs are for sale is not the way. If we're not free unless everything is free. You want to know something? Why should you want to know what classless is? Classless is not going and eating a meal at a fancy restaurant and walking out and not paying. Classless is someone looking out the window at the person eating out of the trash can while they eat their food in the fancy restaurant. Classless is that person that's pulling food out of the trash being like, this is a classless world and I'm not supposed to not have delicious food like them. It's not like, oh, you have no class. It's like, let's not have any classes. Let's not have the lower class or the upper class, because you don't have the ultra rich without the enslaved. So classless would be if that poor person went in and they just ordered all the food they want and they walk out and they don't pay because they can't pay. That's classless. And if someone's eating out of the trash and someone's inside the window eating in the fancy restaurant, and the people in the restaurant think that that's okay for them to eat out of the trash, then that means they believe in classes. It doesn't mean that they have class, because that's not class. It's not classy to watch someone eat out of the trash can while you eat the fancy deliciousness. Okay? Classless is when all of us get to eat the yummy deliciousness because we all love it and it's good for us and we want nutrients because we're meant to thrive. And classiness is looking at the person out the window and being like, what are you doing? Get in here and have some food, you silly. Why would you eat out of the trash? Come eat in here. That's classiness. So, I don't claim to know how to create this world, by the way. I'm not saying I know. I know that I miss my kids, Dylan, Rose, and Chris. I do know that. I know that they need a snuggle immediately. Like, I need to smell them. I have to smell my kids and snuggle them. I miss them a lot. And I want to feed them. And I like to know all their needs are being met. I like to listen to them. Yeah, I like to mother them. That's what I like to do. That would be wonderful. And it's why I go out and mother the world so generously. It's why I'm mothering all of you on TikTok, because I just tell you what I would tell my kids. You're so lovable. I love you so much. I want to mother you. Please mother me too. Let's love each other. But that's what mothering is. Ooh, this is a mother wound. Maybe it came from not trusting the great mother in abundance and thinking that we had to enslave or conquer or control, but none of that's true. And we'll create a new world of abundance. It's not going to be a weird robot world. It's going to be a state of interbeingness where nature and technology become one, and where humans do not believe that they're separate anymore. Look how lovable you are. I love you so much. See the leaves? He's crying through. And here's another leaf. I love watching plants grow. Mm-hmm. Well, I love you guys. You're so lovable. Do you guys want to see my outdoor garden before I go? It's so pretty. Here, check it out, you guys. I love you guys. Go plant some stuff. It's fruit tree planting season, okay? Think about how lovable you are.